Wait.
One major challenge that you have faced in this industry.
To learn how to act. I never wanted to become an actor. But Madhubala was the right project where I could showcase myself as an actor.
السلام عليكم جميعا، في شاي ود احمد مع اخوكم احمد المرزوقي. اليوم ضيف النجم التلفزيوني الشهير. اليوم معانا النجم الوسيم فيفين ديسينا. So I will translate into English. I say today the celebrity that we're having is the TV superstar and the most demanded person, and of course he is Vivian Dsena. How are you? Welcome to Dubai, first of all.
Thank you so much, and it's a very warm welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for inviting me on Chai with Ahmed.
Chai with Ahmed, the most important thing, the Chai with Ahmed. So before asking a few questions about your journey in the industry, I want to ask you, how are you satisfied of having a very beautiful group of Middle East genuine fan following?
See, for me, my fans they are a blessing. God's blessing, which I got along with everything else that I got throughout my career. I think they are an army of people. Nobody can mess around with me online. Nobody can say anything bad about me.
They're all there for you.
Yeah, they just go all out. I get to know from my cousins and my team that the fans were fighting on this topic. The fans were saying these things. So I think they're the biggest blessing for me, and whatever I am today, I owe it big time to them.
And your shows have been dubbed in Arabic.
Yeah,
And people are, they're matching the clips, they're dubbing, and there are some certain community. They have dubbed the show Shakti, which is not officially dubbed in the Arabic channel, but the community themselves, they came and they dubbed the show. The amount of love for you they have is.
I think as much as effort they make for us, not only for me, for my the shows which I'm part of, and for the concept, for the storyline, for the scenes, I think they make a lot of effort to convey one or the other messages throughout online, and they spread it out all over. I think they are really doing an army's job, what an army is supposed to do.
But that's very beautiful. That's very, very beautiful. Now let's talk about your journey in the industry. I know, it wasn't be so easy, and I want to know, how did you enter this industry and what motivated you to become an actor?
I have always said this, and it's so far true, that I'm the biggest fluke of this industry.
Okay.
I never wanted to become an actor. I have started my career with modeling, and I never thought that I will become an actor. There was one audition which was going on, and by mistake I reached that studios. They said you're supposed to learn these lines and say it in front of the camera, and I just ended up giving an audition for one of the daily soaps of Balaji, and they liked me, and they called me for Kasam Se, and they gave me a job. And for me it was like a process of learning something new, and I always love to learn and explore something new which I've never been a part of or I have not known in the past. So I'm a decent learner. So I love to learn new things. So I just started my career with Kasam Se, and I was just learning at the job. And slowly, I love the job, and I more than acting, I love the technical part of it, how the show is shot, how they light it up. So I've always been this technical kind of an actor. And a lot of my co-actors, they say, now he will come. So if people are waiting for me on the set, and I'm arriving for my shot, and now they say, now he will come and he will tell the cameraman to adjust this light. He'll tell the director, he'll request the director to shift the camera a little bit this side. So he's, it's kind of a second interest for me, apart from acting, which I love to be a part of.
And now you're shining. You have shined a lot, mashallah.
Thank you.
So have it happened like one day that the director was not on the set and you have managed to do something in the direction?
Most of the time. Most of the times, sometimes I am kind of an annoying actor for a director, but they find some sense in my suggestion, and we like how nobody single-handedly can make a show. Nobody can have the credit to himself or herself for a particular show. It's a team effort. There's a cameraman who has, the DOP who has his effort, the director who has his effort. All the actors collectively make a family, and you end up making a show along with the producers and the channel's help. So it's a team effort, and we suggest each other, and we are always the projects I have been part of. We've always been open to each other's suggestions, so that we end up making something good and beautiful, which is loved by the audience.
And this is the most important thing, suggestions, and you guys as a team. It really shows. It's really important.
I think for me, whatever I've achieved so far is because of the honesty towards the work and the kind of co-actors I've always got. I've always worked. We've always worked collectively as one big family, and we try to, get a project in place. So I think that's how it works.
And then you say that you have applied for modeling at the beginning. Then you have done acting. So how supportive your family was for this one?
My family was very supportive.
Oh.
Yeah. My family was very clear and very supportive. Everybody at my home was like, you follow your dreams. You do whatever you want to do. I was never forced to become an engineer like a lot of people are in today's time. I was never forced to go to the college and complete my graduation. They said, you do whatever keeps you happy. You do whatever you like doing in life. It's better for me to do something of my interest and succeed in it than failing in something which I don't like.
Exactly. I always say the same thing. Follow your passion, follow your ambition. Because if you have that ambition, if you follow that passion, then you will shine on it.
When you like your job, you love your job. There's an extra effort which you put always. But when you just have a job, then it's just a job. Everybody else has it.
Exactly. And now, this industry, I think any industry, there are full of challenges, difficulties. Now, what have you faced? One major challenge that you have faced in this industry?
To learn how to act.
Really?
To be very honest, I was a pathetic actor.
Come on.
Yeah, I was a pathetic actor. I know myself. See, I am somebody who lives in reality and very willingly accepts his reality. And I was a pathetic actor. Whatever I have learned till today, I have learned it on the job while being a part of several shows. With time and shows passing by, I have learned a lot. Still I am learning. I don't want to become complacent in life that, okay, I am Vivian Dsena, I have arrived and now whatever I do will, be a hit or it will sell. No. You cannot stop learning.
Exactly.
Complacency is the first ladder which gets you down, not up.
Exactly.
So you have to be learning every single day of your life. And it's not only at your job. In day-to-day life, we get to learn a lot of things. We go out, we see people, like I said, you can learn from a beggar.
True.
You can learn from a kid. You can learn from a 60, 70-year-old human being. So you should never stop learning.
Exactly. I think the learning is the most important assets that it really works. I think it could be anything in parts of learning because it's very important.
Yeah, sometimes when I take up a particular project or there are, rounds which are doing around that I might choose this project. So I actually learn from my fans because my team comes and tells me that, okay, this is what your fans feel about this project.
True.
And this is what they feel will happen. So I keep everything in consideration. A lot of my fans have suggested me a few things and I have, silently just applied them at my job because, they are ultimately the ones who made us.
Of course.
So you could never stop learning.
Exactly, completely true. Now, if we say about one major thing, then let me ask you one major moment or one major scene of yours that is unforgettable. One major scene. I know you have done a lot and there are millions of scenes, but one.
I think it's actually one major scene that changed the dynamics of my career completely. I think that was the scene after which people started taking me seriously as an actor.
Okay.
Because before that, I was fortunately and unfortunately offered a character where I could not express much because I played a vampire, and
Yeah.
vampires are supposed to be expressionless people.
Exactly.
So in that show, I couldn't get a chance to showcase myself, in a larger scale. You say in a larger way. But Madhubala was the right project where I could showcase myself as an actor and I could learn simultaneously because I was learning and performing and I was doing like a whole research every single day. I would personally sit on every single scene.
Oh.
Saurabh and me on the sets, like when we were setting up the show, Saurabh would be there on the set all the time and we would sit and discuss what do you think will look good, what do you think will look bad, what do you think will sound good.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one scene which was the first four feras of RK and Madhu when he calls her in the studio and says that if you want to save your father's life, you come and get married to me. That scene, and when I read the scene, I got goosebumps.
Really?
Yeah, I got goosebumps. Saurabh came to me. He's like, "What do you think?" I said, "Saurabh, see, I still get goosebumps thinking about that scene. It's one of the best scenes I feel written for me. I don't know how I performed it, how people liked it. Somebody liked it, some didn't like it. But for me, one of the best written scenes of my career was the first four Fera scenes of Madhubala.
Madhubala.
And when I read the scene, I said, "So, who wrote this scene?" He said, "Me."
Oh my God.
Yeah, he wrote the scene along with his writers.
Oh, okay.
So they were sitting collectively and they wanted a scene like this because it was a high point in the show. And I just kept reading the scene. And I just called for a pen and paper and I write down everything and I started my homework like I was preparing for that scene for almost 3-4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I wanted to pull it off. And there were small things which I was going on the set again and again, discussing with my cameraman, with my director. I was seeing the block, I was seeing the lighting, I was seeing the movements, everything. Like we rehearsed that particular scene for precisely around, I think, 3.5-4 hours.
Only for that particular scene. I really have to go back and watch that scene.
The whole one scene was shot in 14-16 hours.
One scene?
One scene.
And which
It was a huge scene. It was almost an episode.
Oh my God.
It was 16 hours we shot that scene.
We never knew that there's a scene that takes...
But by the end of the scene, we all were dead. We all were we were lying on the floor, including the lightman, the cameraman, the director. Everybody was exhausted, but it was like a fantastic scene. And I think that is the scene where I got the chance to show my talent. And simultaneously, it was one of the most difficult scenes of my career.
I really have to go back and watch that scene. It sounds so amazing. Now, if I ask you one question, I think I know the answer, but still let me ask you this question. If one of your shows have to be picked up in the second season, which that show you want it to be?
It completely depends on the story.
Okay.
So if I think that, the storyline is, first of all, I have this habit, or you can say it like a thought which is stuck in my head, and one of my ambitions that I don't want to repeat myself.
Yes.
So, but if it happens, it depends on the story completely.
Exactly, completely true. Now, last question before we go to the fun Arabic segment, which you will speak Arabic to us. The last question is, have you ever taken anything from the set to your home? Now, I know you guys have very extravagant sets. Anything memorable, anything for that or something?
From the set, I'm trying to remember.
I remember someone took magazine. I don't want to say who that was. They took magazine to their home.
Magazine you can order from anywhere.
But this is different.
No, it's okay. It's each to his own.
Exactly.
Liking.
And some they took a frame. Now, what about you? Have you ever taken anything?
I think my jacket from Pyar Ki Ek Kahani.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My jacket from Pyar Ki Ek Kahani.
Why you taken that one?
The show made me work very hard.
So what's exciting today?
Every time I would open my wardrobe, if I see the jacket, I would remember, yeah, I worked hard in life.
And you guys are working very, very hard, honestly speaking, to
Yeah.
entertain us, to entertain your
Yeah.
audience. It means a lot for all of us. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
Now you need to learn some Arabic?
Yes.
Definitely. So this is a jar, and it has 4 sheets. Well, 2 of them are green. Green means it's a word. So you will have a word, and then the other 2 are sentences. So let me see how good pronunciation of Arabic you have. There you go. You choose whatever you want to pick first. That's 4 sheets. Let me see.
That's a word. So I'm supposed to say this word?
Yes.
Sayyara.
Wow. You know you pronounce it's completely right. Sayara.
It's a double Y.
Somebody says Sayara. So you know this kind of different with Sayara. It means
I have always been told that whatever you do in life, when you make an extra effort, it just goes out of taste.
so. Those was extra effort. It was
Without extra effort. I was like, I will spell it the way it is written.
It was completely right, but the exact.
So what it means?
pronunciation, I can't tell you this one. Of course, I will tell you. But before telling you this one, tell me what do you know about Dubai, about Arabs? How do you love Dubai?
See, I have been to Dubai years back. I came here. I think 6, 7 years back. I came here. We had come for a fashion show for one of the magazines, and I think that was the first and the last time I was in Dubai.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is your second
Second
time in
time.
Dubai. Oh my God! And what development have you seen since that?
Dubai develops in a night. You open your balcony and you see outside. In the night there will be ground, and in the morning when you wake up there will be a skyscraper. So Dubai grows very fast.
Completely true, and it's also one of the most secure countries in the world.
Yeah.
And by the way, they are having a new mall which is building, I think, after 2-3 years. It's called the Rain Mall. It has all artificial rain.
Oh.
You can walk with the umbrella. So before explaining this word, do you know anything in Arabic? Any other word? Word.
I hardly remember any.
I will teach you 2 of the easiest that you can use it everywhere.
Okay.
Jamila
Jamila.
means beautiful.
Okay.
So you can say to your loved ones. Wasim means handsome.
Answer.
So you are a wasim means you are a handsome.
Thank you very much.
Now, sayyara, it means car.
Car.
Car. Now put that one in a sentence. And see sayyara.
So how will I put it in sentence? I don't
Put it in
know.
English and then sayyara, see the Arabic.
There are a lot of beautiful. Okay. There are a lot of Jamila Sayyara in Dubai.
Exactly, that's very beautiful. What that song was? Aja mere gari mein
Baith ja.
Yeah, Aja mere sayyara.
Aja Sayyara mein baith ja.
See, nice. Now let's go for the other one. Let me see. Will you stick up to them without having effort?
Habibti.
Man, you're so good in pronunciation. Habibti means my love. So you can see this one to the female. Habibti is for female. For male, it's Habibi.
Okay.
So the T is for the. Now put this one in a sentence. It's a bit tricky.
Mama, you're a Habibti.
Allah, nice. All the mamas, all the family, all the mothers, the effort that they are doing for us, the protection that they are doing for us day and night is thanks to all of you. There are some people that unfortunately they don't have that respect for their mothers. Unfortunately, that they don't know the amount of mother love is completely.
Recently in the lockdown, there was a saying which was doing the rounds, though it was a very, it was common sense and it was very normal for everybody to understand, but we had to actually go on internet and post photographs and say that a mother's job never ends. She's the same in quarantine and she's the same in day-to-day life. She has to take care of her family, cook food for them, clean the house, and do her daily jobs. And she's going to do the same when everybody resumes normal lifestyle.
True, completely true.
I think maybe because I have seen a lot of movies which are on international platforms. So maybe because of that, I've heard the word, so I can reconnect.
Maybe Habibti is a very common word.
Yeah.
Now last two. Those are sentences, by the way.
Sentences.
Yeah, it's long, but you have done amazing job. I'm
Thank you
100%
very
sure
much.
that you will be. I think this is the longest one. Oh, I love this one. It's really, it is.
Eljo. Wai. Ha.
It's your white heart. The weather is so hot. Which is, it is
It
very
is.
hot. It is very hot.
Eljo Wai. Ha.
It's your white heart. Now see the expression.
Eljo Wai. Ha.
It's your white heart. It is white heart. Now the last one. This is the longest one. Oh, this is very cute.
See, Wasim is, I can figure out, handsome. شوريكم يا بنات
Banat.
أنا وسيم ولا لا.
Yeah, it means what say girls, am I handsome or not? Oh, you are handsome. Now see the expression.
Which I have to say it with expression.
Yeah.
شوريكم يا بنات أنا وسيم ولا.
You are Wasim. There's no question for that. So you have to say, yes, I am Wasim. But you have very perfect pronunciation.
See, that's because nowadays on online platforms, I have seen a lot of films, and a few of them, like I have seen a lot of Turkish, a lot of Egyptian movies,
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of so you get to see. Thing is that our movies we've been seeing for years, so there's always a scope to learn.
True.
And in the lockdown, all you do is surfing,
Nothing else.
trying to watch something new. So that's maybe because I keep hearing these words, so I have a memory of it.
But thank you so much, Vivian.
Thank
It
you
was
very
amazing
much.
having you, and we have learned. Now, what word have you learned without watching them?
What?
Let me see. But did you memorize some words?
I remember
Wasim.
Wasim and Habibti
Oh, the easiest word. And Jamila, you can say.
and Jamila. Yeah, of
Jamila.
course. Jamila.
And Sayyara.
Sayyara.
And Joe Whiteheart and everything. But thank you so much, Vivian.
Thank
What
you
do you
so
want
much.
to say lastly to all of your beautiful, genuine friends?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here on Chai with Ahmad. And you are very popular and you're doing very great for yourself. May God bless you always.
Amin.
And may you keep working like this. And you're a very hardworking guy. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
And to all my lovely fans, thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support. And I just love you all.